One has seen many great champions, but only one man has ever won a world championship in a car bearing his own name. That man was Sir Jack Brabham, a pioneer, a racer, and an engineer whose influence extended far beyond his own racing career. From humble beginnings in Australia, Brabham would go on to win 3 World Formula One championships. This is the story of Jack Brabham, the man who built his own legacy. Born in Hurstville, Australia in 1926, John Arthur Brabham was a man who could build just about anything. He trained as a mechanic in the Royal Australian Air Force, where he developed an innate understanding of engineering and machinery. But his true passion lay in speed and competition. Starting out with midget car racing, he quickly earned a reputation for his ability to tune and drive his own machines to victory. By the early 50s, Brabham had conquered Australian racing, but he knew that to prove himself on the world stage, he had to head to Europe. In 1955, he made his Formula One debut with Cooper, a small British team that was about to revolutionise the sport. Cooper's rear engine design was radically different from the front engine Grand Prix cars of the period, and Brabham played a key role in proving its potential. His first world championship came in 1959, where he proved that the rear engine Cooper T51 was the way forward. His consistency across the season, including victories at Monaco and Britain, secured him the title, making him the first Australian Formula One world champion. In 1960 he was even more dominant, winning 5 consecutive races, including Belgium, France and Portugal. And by the end of the season, the rear engine revolution was complete, and Brabham had firmly established himself as a leader in Formula One. Despite his success at Cooper, Brabham wanted more control over his racing destiny. In '62 he left Cooper to form his own team, the Brabham Racing Organisation, determined to build his own cars and compete on his own terms. The early years were challenging, but Brabham's technical expertise and ability to develop machinery meant that his team quickly became competitive. And it was in 1966 that Brabham achieved his most remarkable feat, winning the championship in a car of his own design. With the new 3-litre regulations introduced, many teams struggled for reliable engines. However, Brabham, always thinking ahead, worked with Repco, an Australian manufacturer, to develop a lightweight yet reliable V8 engine. Though it was not the most powerful on the grid, Brabham's engineering brilliance and driving skill allowed him to win 4 races and claim his 3rd title at the ripe old age of 40, making him one of F1's oldest champions. He even joked about his own achievement by arriving at a race in a beard and a walking stick, poking fun at critics who doubted his abilities with his age. However, even at the age of 44, Brabham was still a title contender in 1970. The Brabham BT19 was one of the best handling cars on the grid, and he started the season in dominant fashion with a victory in South Africa. Throughout the year he remained in the title fight with Jochen Rindt and Jackie Ickx and Jackie Stewart. However, misfortune struck, and Brabham lost a near certain win in Monaco, crashing on the last lap at Rascasse, gifting a victory to Rindt. Another heartbreak came at Brands Hatch, where a mechanical issue cost him another strong result. And despite pushing the championship to the later rounds, Brabham ultimately finished 5th in the standings. Had luck been on his side, he could have ended his career as a 4-time world champion. Brabham retired from F1 at the end of 1970, but his team continued to be a force in the sport. Under new ownership, the Brabham Organisation remained competitive, and in 1981 and 1983, Nelson Piquet won 2 world championships driving Brabham-built cars. The Brabham BT52, designed under Gordon Murray's leadership, was one of the most revolutionary cars of its era, proving that the foundation Jack had built was strong enough to continue without him. However, Brabham's influence extended far beyond Formula One. His Brabham-designed cars were successful in Formula 2, Formula 3 and IndyCar, and he played a pivotal role in shaping modern single-seater racing. His approach to combining engineering excellence with driving talent became the blueprint for many future champions. But Jack Brabham's legacy didn't end with his own career. His passion for motorsport was passed down to his sons, who continued the Brabham name in racing. Geoff, Gary and David all followed in their father's footsteps, competing in Formula One, endurance racing and IndyCar. Geoff and David Brabham both became Le Mans winners, ensuring that the Brabham name remained synonymous with success. Jack Brabham passed away in 2014, but his impact on the sport is everlasting. He was not just a driver, he was a constructor, an innovator, and a pioneer who changed Formula One forever. His ability to build and win with his own machines remains one of the most remarkable achievements in racing history. So Jack Brabham wasn't just a champion, he was a racing legend who built his own legacy, one bolt and one race at a time. His story is a testament to ingenuity, determination, and an unrelenting pursuit of excellence. The Brabham name still carries weight in motorsport, ensuring that his legacy will never be forgotten. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode of the Racing Chronicles. We've got plenty more stories coming your way, so stay tuned for the next chapter in racing history. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.